Alexandre Dumas. The Count of Monte Cristo is not merely a novel. It is an epic journey through the darkest and brightest corners of the human spirit. At its heart lies the story of Edmond Dantes, a man whose life is stolen from him by betrayal, only to be reborn in the fires of vengeance. But this is more than a tale of revenge. It is a meditation on morality, the corrupting nature of power, and whether true justice can ever truly be achieved without losing oneself in the process. The novel begins in 1815 in the bustling port of Marseille, where Edmond Dantes, a young and ambitious sailor, stands on the precipice of happiness. Recently promoted to captain of the merchant ship Pharaon, he is deeply in love with the beautiful Mercedes and poised to begin a life of prosperity and contentment. Yet, as with all great tragedies, his fortune breeds envy. Three men, each driven by their own greed and malice, conspire to destroy him. Fernand Mondego, a fisherman consumed by his unrequited love for Mercedes Danglars, a cowardly and envious shipmate resentful of Edmond's success, and Villefort, a calculating prosecutor willing to sacrifice an innocent man to protect his own political ambitions, forge a plot that sends Edmond to the dreaded Château de Rieux if on false charges of treason. What follows is one of literature's most harrowing descents into despair. For 14 agonizing years, Edmond languishes in a stone cell, forgotten by the world, his youth and hope slowly eroding. He nearly succumbs to madness until fate intervenes in the form of Abbé Faria, an elderly Italian priest imprisoned for his political beliefs. Faria becomes Edmond's savior, not just physically, by tunneling toward freedom, but intellectually, educating him in philosophy, mathematics, languages, and the ways of high society. Most crucially, Faria reveals the existence of an unimaginable treasure buried on the remote island of Monte Cristo. When the abbé dies, Edmond seizes his chance, escaping by hiding in the burial sack meant for his friend and emerging into the world as a man reborn. The discovery of the treasure transforms Edmond from a broken prisoner into one of the most powerful and mysterious figures in Europe. Adopting the persona of the Count of Monte Cristo, he infiltrates the highest echelons of Parisian society with a singular purpose: revenge. But this is no blind, brutish vengeance. It is a meticulously orchestrated symphony of ruin. Each of his enemies will fall, not by the sword, but by their own sins. Fernand, now the wealthy and respected Count de Morcerf, is exposed as a traitor who betrayed his own benefactor, Ali Pasha, leading to public disgrace and suicide. Danglars, a ruthless banker who values money above all else, is financially dismantled, left destitute and humiliated. Villefort, who once condemned Edmond without hesitation, sees his darkest secrets unearthed, his family destroyed, and his sanity shattered. The Count's vengeance is poetic, almost divine in its precision. Yet, as he watches the devastation unfold, he begins to question whether he has become the very monster he sought to punish. One of the novel's most profound themes is the moral ambiguity of revenge. Is Edmond justified in his actions? His enemies are undeniably wicked, yet his schemes ensnare innocence. Villefort's young wife and son, for instance, pay the price for their patriarch's sins. Even Mercedes, who once loved Edmond, suffers as an unwitting casualty of his wrath. The Count's realization that vengeance may be an endless, hollow pursuit is what elevates the story from a simple adventure to a timeless, philosophical exploration. Dumas' genius lies in his ability to weave intricate subplots, smuggling, secret identities, forbidden love, and political intrigue, into a seamless narrative. The supporting cast is unforgettable. The loyal sailor Jacopo, the tragic Noirtier de Villefort, the ambitious journalist Beauchamp, and the virtuous Maximilien Morel, whose love story with Villefort's daughter Valentine serves as a counterbalance to the Count's darkness. The novel's climax is not a battle of swords, but of souls. When Edmond spares the life of young Edouard de Villefort, an innocent boy caught in the crossfire, he begins to see the cost of his obsession. His final act, allowing Maximilien Valentine to find happiness, suggests that redemption is possible, but only when he releases his grip on the past. The closing lines, in which Edmund sails away with the enigmatic Haydée, leave us wondering, has he truly found peace, or is he forever bound to the specter of the man he once was? The Count of Monte Cristo is a novel that demands reflection. It forces us to ask, what is justice? Is revenge ever truly satisfying? Can a man who has lost everything ever reclaim his soul, or does vengeance forever stain the heart? Dumas offers no easy answers, leaving readers to grapple with these questions long after the final page. If you haven't yet experienced this monumental work, I cannot recommend it enough. Dive into the intrigue, the drama, and the profound moral dilemmas by grabbing your own copy. Check the link below for the best available price. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth literary analyses. Let me know in the comments. Do you believe Edmund's revenge was justified, or did he become as corrupt as those he sought to destroy? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.